Chapter 19, Ozona and Hailwolf. In the Deepar fortress, after losing Orpheon, the clan is figuring out new ways to sustain their dominance across the universe, but most of all, try and find out how to get rid of this legion on Earth. After a lot of shouting, disagreeing and more planning for what to do, one idea comes up, coming from Ikran, getting help from Ozona. Ozona is another dictator himself who links planets via chains to rule multiple planets at once while also reducing violence and free will. These are also specialized chains which can be walked through, but they have a special tunnel to quick anyone from Ozona's planet into another world, making the chain walk very quickly. He might be busy, but he is formidable. And Ozona should accept this deal if the Earth is another planet that also needs more of a cap on. And so Xyanthor does send Ikran to go and see Ozona, putting all discussion at peace. Everyone gets on with their work, and some are nervous, however, with the net robots gone. Dian has more time to take down Xyanthor-based threats. This is one reason why the Legion and Dian haven't seen each other for ages. Slitherarch shows this concern. Xyanthor says that they should all function without fear. So Slitherarch and the rest are encouraged to get going with the energy hunting. Ikran has teleported to Ozona's world, simply named Gar, and Ikran is somewhat scared to arrive. He slowly walks up to Ozona's castle, with the guards, Stonos who are popular in this world, at the front. Ikran remembers from last time that he will leave his spear behind, and meet Ozona in the main room, which is entered as soon as the front door opens, and there he is, Ozona, shrouded in dark blue, pale skin, a small sword and human-sized. He may not sound like much compared to the scary robot that was Orpheon, but Ozona here could be argued to be more intimidating, and so, Ozona and Ikran start chatting. After this chat, Ozona seems keen on the idea of taking over the Earth after being told what it is like. And so, Ozona gets his army to generate a new chain to launch to Earth. The only thing missing however is Earth's coordinates, and he knows who can help. As Ikran teleports back to the Deepar fortress to notify Xyanthor of Ozona's help, Valors, Ozona's Morphil. Valors wears the average Morphil armor but recolored to represent Ozona more as it uses more blue, a type of armor where plates are all over the body. An average Morphil is also a dark grey, and Vata was in the same room. While helping Ozona keep out for any infiltrators and helping set up the current chains for the new planets for Ozona to rule. And so, we are introduced to Hailwolf. She is currently at Gidari, land of the Slashus. The world is like a tropical resort which is occasionally built. Full of blue leaf trees, occasional blocks for climbing alongside many services tailored to entertain like betting. In this world, there are multiple ways of betting like fighting competitions, and more variety compared to Earth. The race however is like lime green elves. All like to wear big coats, most of them bearing short dual-wield blades and are mildly connected to the life force, using it to create astral bodies or as temporary invincibility. They are a greedy race, over the top and occasionally vicious. No wonder Ozona wanted to keep tabs on a world with a race like this. In one of the planets that Ozona is ruling, a small brawl is occurring. The two groups of Slashus fight each other using their abilities. This rapid movement catches someone's attention, but later, someone else is sent in the meantime, Hailwolf. She is a Numian, a race which looks human but has blue skin, no hair, wearing a darker green GI and a dark blue scarf around her head and a side fury dark blue cape. Hailwolf is unique in one way. She only has one fully grown arm, and the other arm failed to grow before she was born, but her abilities lie in another form. This other form consists of a Haywan, a creature cross between a wolverine and a wolf which is dark blue and big. Able to jump, run quickly, climb well and even shoot sharp quills from her fur. As a Numian, she is part of a race that uses the life force, which floats around the sky in her world, showing all types of creatures, and seeing their spiritual forms. While these Numians have multiple choices, Hailwolf went for a more protective creature, and this is the form she will have for the rest of her life, which she is half ashamed about. Regardless, she uses her alternative form to scare everyone, even using some force to break the fight. And this does intimidate some of the Slashus. The others become tempted to fight her, but she either shows intimidation or has the big boss come to scare them all. The big boss, Ozona, comes to enter the world via a floating piece of debris with the help of his telekinesis. He then lands slowly, and Ozona makes a gesture to get Hailwolf to him, and Hailwolf returns to her main form, an ability which Hailwolf can perform quickly. She stands by Ozona. Ozona threatens that the planet will suffer majorly, going as far as extinction if the race has another clash like this. This makes the race not only scared but frustrated that they cannot fight to express themselves as they used to which Hailwolf can sympathize. Now Ozona had his little speech, and he then had a word with Hailwolf. Ozona sets Hailwolf on another task, to get hold of a stone serpent, which can also provide atmospheric protection from the effects of space, to go and find Earth and provide the location afterwards. However, Hailwolf has always been reluctant to obey Ozona's tasks, not really on his side. And so she has thought of staying on Earth as a place to settle. She also avoids who she is to avoid any responsibility and lives in hiding, making Ozona think she died once she arrived on Earth. Hailwolf made it to Earth thanks to Ozona already having a spare teleporting device from Mollog, created by his enchanted book. Mollog can keep track of them all, as nearly all Xiantha's allies were one for Mollog to keep track of all the allies, such as locations, power activity, or if they are even alive. Hailwolf knew this device was significant. And to distance herself from the Mean clan, Hailwolf decided to destroy it, which concerns Mollog, even letting Ozona know about this. This disappoints Ozona. But both are to keep an open mind that it could have been wrecked on its own rather than indicating an instant death when setting foot on the Legion's planet. Back on Ozona's world, with a new planet to invade, after another world which was planned to be invaded beforehand, Ozona has his goons, also known as the Stonos. The race is keen to obey any master, except this race is mixed, either keen to help Ozona or forced to obey. They do have their planet, but for now, live with Ozona to benefit Ozona's rule. One of their main roles is to form these massive chains and link them from many places around the planet. His world acts as the center of his galaxy, and the chained world spins slowly around Gar. One long chain was made and ready to launch for the planet Sliff. And now another one is starting to get made straight away, for the Earth.